Hi all, we're back for our fourth lesson in our functions unit. Again, we're talking about operations. And our essential question is still, what is a composition of functions and how is it found? So this time we have, instead of just two equations, we have like a set of ordered pairs in an equation, tables, graphs. So we have a mixture of things and we're still trying to find the composition of those mixed things now instead of just two equations. So here we go. We find it the same way. So I'm going to find, and remember I told you that last time, although we did work on it, that we won't be giving the composition in two different, in both forms. Now it's just going to be one or the other. So this time it says I need to find f of 1 first. So f of 1. So where's my function at 1? So here's f of 1 here, right here. There's f, and here is g. Okay, so I need to know where my functions are. So if I want to find f of 1, I'm going to go to my ordered pairs, and I'm going to find the ordered pair that has has 1 as an x value. Well, here it is right here. Here's 1. So that equals, my y value is 3 there. Okay, now I'm going to take my 3 and put it into g. So I want to find g of 3. Well, g happens to be an equation this time, so I'm going to do what I know. I'm just going to plug it in wherever there's an x. So I have 2 times 3 plus 1, which is 6 plus 1, or 7. So my answer for this one is 7. Awesome. So we're going to do the same thing here. So I need to find f of 3 first. So I want to find f of 3. So I'm going to go to my ordered pairs and find out where 3 is as an x. There it is. And my y value is 7. And then I want to find g of 7. So 2 times 7 plus 1 equals 14 plus 1, or number 15. Number 15. 15. Okay, so number C says find g of 0. Awesome. So g of 0, this time I'm going to plug it into my equation first. So I get 2 times 0 plus 1 equals 0 plus 1, or 1. And then I'm going to plug it into f. So f of 1 is, here's f of 1 equals 3. Okay, so last one, part D, says find g of 2. So g of 2 equals 2 times 2 plus 1, which is 4 plus 1, or 5. Then I want to find f of 5. So I find my ordered pair that has 5 as an x value, which leaves me as 11 for my y value. So my answer is 11. Awesome job. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and slide up my page and get both the tables on here. So we're going to go ahead and do that next. So now I have 2 tables here. So I have one table that says f of t. Okay, so this is my f of t table. And I have one table that says g of t. Okay? So that's my g of t table. Now I do want to point out they both have a t in them. That's like the x, so that's my x value, but my table is f of t and g of t. So here we go. It says find f of 1. So I'm going to go to my table, to the f table, and I'm going to find 1. So here's 1 in my f table. This is like my x, or my t in this case. So there's 1. So f of 1 equals, in this case, 1. Ooh, let me put that write that in a little different way. So f of 1 equals 1. Now I want to find g of 1. So now I'm going to go to the g table, and we are going to find, we're going to go to 1 on the, here's 1 on the g of t table, and that equals 2.5. So my answer is 2.5. Okay? So here again, we want to go g of t this time. So g of 2. So I'm going to go to g, my g table, g of t, and here's g of 2, which equals 3. And then I want to find f of 3. So I go to my f table and I find 3, and my answer is 5. Okay? If you have questions, make sure you write them down to ask me in class. Or, we can talk about it. You can email me or message me, sorry. So our next table is a little different table. So it's a double table. So it's got F in this column. So this column is F. And this column is G. And then, of course, we always have our X column for what value our X is. Okay? So it's just a double column. It's very similar to the tables we just got done, except in that table, it's separated. In this table, they're attached. So they're attached together. It's just called a double table. So we're going to do the same thing. We're going to find g of 2 first. So I need to find g of 2. So where is 2 on my x's? It's right here. Okay? So I want to look at this row. And then if you notice, I'm looking for what value? I'm looking for g. So which one I'm looking for is one in the g column, which equals 5. Okay, so then I'm going to do f of 5. And again, I'm going to go back over here and I'm going to look for x equals 5. There it is. So I'm looking for my answers in this row. And I'm looking for my function, my f function. So I'm going to look for the answer in this column, which is 3. Okay? Awesome. All right, ladies and gentlemen, last one, we're going to talk about graphs. Okay, we're going to do graphs exactly the same way that we've done everything else. So I have sorry, I hit the eraser. I don't know why I hit the eraser. I have my f graph and I have my g graph. So I've got my f of x and my g of x. And we're looking for, in the first problem, A, g of 2. That means I'm going to look at my g of x graph first, and then I'm going to look at my f of x graph. So g of 2 is going to equal, so I'm going to go over here, 1, 2, right here, and my graph is at right here. What is that point? What's the y value there? Well, it's negative 2. So then I want to find f of negative 2. So I go to my f graph to negative 2, which is here. So my answer is 3. And then for our last problem, we're going to start out with our f of x graph first. And I want to find f of negative 3. So I'm going to go to negative 3 up to my graph, which is at 3. And then I'm going to find g of 3. So 1, 2, 3. Oh, I went on my f graph. Woo! See, wrong graph. I'm going on my g graph to 1, 2, 3. And my point is at negative 3. Okay, so make sure you go to your right graph. I needed to go to my g graph, and I went to the wrong graph the first time. It happens. Just make sure you double check, okay? So we will see you guys in class, and we'll be working on some more of these. I hope you guys have a great day. Bye.